Yelling "4" isn't going to do one Manteca neighborhood any good.
In June, we brought you a story of a neighborhood being inundated with flying golf balls from the nearby Manteca Golf Course.
Your reporter covering San Joaquin County, Carmela Karcher, there she is. She's been following this story, getting answers, Carmela, on what's happened over the past few months and where things stand now.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. Now, this has been a constant battle for this one Manteca neighborhood for as long as they can remember. The sound of smashing golf balls into their homes is just another normal day. Until one woman was sitting in her own backyard and was hit directly by a golf ball, sending her to the emergency room with severe injuries. But now the golf course says no more drivers on the range for now.
If it had been a couple inches back, I would have been hit in the head and probably would not be speaking to you today.
Battered in her own backyard, Susan Schmidt says she was enjoying an evening outside her home at the Golf Villa Apartments when a rogue golf ball from a nearby course slammed straight into her chest, sending her to the emergency room.
I ended up with a pleural effusion on the outside of my heart. Basically, it's like a big blood blister, and so they went in with a needle and drained it, and I'm like, this is it.
Susan has been collecting hundreds of rogue golf balls from her yard for months. She and her neighbor, Elizabeth Perez, have taken their concerns to the city several times, where now action is being taken.
And with that information and all her pictures and telling her story, and the fact that my neighbors couldn't wouldn't allow their kids to be in the yard or until after 7 so they wouldn't get hit, all of that really made a significant difference.
Last month, the city council voted to install new concrete tees, mats, and dividers at the driving range, all angled to the west, to try to avoid hitting this neighborhood. Then on Friday, the city announced the use of drivers on the range will be temporarily suspended.
So they said, oh, it's like, living next to an airport and complaining about the planes. And I don't believe that's the case because we're not being hit by the planes. It's just noise. This is we're actually being hit by the golf balls.
Susan and Elizabeth feel confident in the direction the city is moving towards, and they hope more can be done.
One thing that was brought up at the Manteca City Council by Kevin Fant is that to raise the net higher, it would be $450,000. I would be over the moon if they did go ahead and increase the net height. I know it costs, but it's also for the safety of us.
I have to replace my front door. There's a couple windows I've not even bothered to replace at this point, so those have to be done. So a lot of it's, have kind of given up at this point. I'm not going to replace them just to have them get shot out again.
Now, Susan says the golf course did accept responsibility for her injuries, but not for her lost work time or the property damage. Now, the driving range is still open. The course is still open, but only irons and other clubs are allowed for now. But when in terms of that temporary suspension is going to be lifted, it's a matter of if they find a long-term solution for the course and this neighborhood.